Spoiler Sleepover is sponsored by Gore Clown Shop.
Do you love all things horror? Books? Movies? Podcasts? Of course you do. Well, come on down to goreclown.com.
Original artwork by an indie horror fan for indie horror fans.
Use code SLEEPOVER at checkout to save 15% on your whole purchase.
Oh, and did we mention? Gore Clown is the only place to get official Spoiler Sleepover merch.
So don't forget to use Sleepover to save 15%.
Stay indie, suckers!
Welcome, ladies, gents, and our non-binary friends to Spoiler Sleepover, Season 3, the season of suffering. Suffer along with your co-hosts Jason, Michael, and Rob as they watch and review some of the worst films to ever hit the screen. Now, enjoy the show. It'll be a real scream of a time.
Anyway, welcome back, ladies, gents, and our non-binary friends. Jesus Christ. We're back, Spoiler Sleepover, for Season 3, the season of suffering. But this is episode 0. We are giving you a little look back.
Zilch. Nada.
We're back, and we're just going to give you a little catch-up on all of our openings, just to, talk about what we've been up to, because it's been, 3 months, pretty much.
Yep.
So yeah, Rob, would you like to start us off with some what's been keeping you up at night for 3 months?
Boy, howdy. Do I have a literal list of things that have been keeping me up at night?
Nice.
I'm going to start with what I've been doing, because I've been doing a lot of stuff that isn't just watching. So I started reading. I made a decision. I don't normally do New Year's resolutions because I think they're fucking stupid. If you're going to do something and you're going to dedicate yourself to doing that thing, you can do it any time of the year. Just do it. Like, what the fuck, man? Shia LaBeouf that shit. Just do it.
No shave November all year long. Just don't shave. Get an awesome beard.
Yeah, look at me. My hair, all of my hair is long. That you can see. That was disgusting. Don't fucking what? Anyhow, what? I went against what I believed in, and I set myself a New Year's resolution. Well, I set myself a few. So I've been working through, or trying to work through, a lot emotionally and mentally over the past few years. Sobriety is a roller coaster ride. I'm still sober. I am 6 years sober. I'm never looking back. I will continue to rock this amazing life. I love the person I am without any influences or substances in my body. But with that being said, there's struggles that you deal with on a daily basis that some people have AA, some people have therapy. Everybody has their own thing for it. I don't have anything. AA didn't do much for me other than make me want to drink more. So I stopped going. I can't afford therapy because we live in the fucking United States of bullshit America, and it's too fucking expensive to get the help you need. So art. When I was younger, art was my outlet. Art helped me work through a lot of things. I destroyed every art piece I ever made because if you didn't take it or I didn't sell it, I destroyed it. I didn't like looking at it. I worked out what I was working through. Fuck that piece of shit. And I would burn it. I would tear it up. I would throw it in the trash, whatever. But this year, I decided I'm going to start making art again. So I don't like buying canvases. They're too expensive. I don't even like painting on canvases. I don't like drawing on canvases. I'm a pen to paper and then mix media, that bullshit. I like paint. I like oil. I like pastels. I like watercolor. I like markers. I like pencils. I like mixing them all together because you get depth in your pieces. So I started making my own paper. I make paper. That's something I do. Yeah. I have created these art within the paper, and I am creating art on top of the paper as well. So the paper is a piece of art, and then I am creating art on top of that. So I am drawing and painting on top of it as well. So there's like layers to everything. Yeah.
I'm smelling what you're stepping in.
So I started making art. I started making music again. The music I'm making is of a genre called noise. I think I've probably brought it up before. I don't really talk about it that much because it's not for everybody. It's tonal. It's a lot of it's literally noise.
Aha.
It's repeated sounds. It's distortion that is filtered heavily. I enjoy it. It calms my brain. So that's why I listen to it. I have started making my own, and I am creating each song to each piece that I'm making. I have actually gone a little off the rails. I am ahead on the music and behind on the art, and I'm finding a lot of therapy in making this music as well. So I've actually decided I'm going to make a full-length album. I will be releasing it somewhere at some point once it's done. I have about 6 songs done at this point. I don't know really where I'm going to go with it. Each song's 1:30 to like almost 3 minutes long. If you know any noise artists, I'm along the lines of 2 of my favorite artists. They're my influences, really. Father, 2006, and Merzbow. I absolutely love both of them. Amazing musicians. They really hit the nail on the head for what makes my brain go, oh, thank you. You're scratching all the right itches. Now jumping into what's actually been keeping me up at night.
The night terrors.
I've been reading a lot. So, a lot. As of the 1st of January, I started reading. And now I will ramble through very quickly the books I've read in 1 month. I read Candy Cane Kills Again, Dark Harvest, the novelization of X, Melonhead Mayhem, Mouth, Horrorama, Rattlesnake Kisses, Mr. Cable, and then there are 2 books I noped out of. I noped out of Womb. I only got halfway through it. Didn't like it. Did not finish. And Merciless. Also did not finish. Didn't like either of them. Subject matter was try hard, look, I'm an edgelord bullshit. And Merciless has an obscene amount of racism in it, and I'm just not here for that. So I stopped reading it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So currently I'm almost done with reading Horror Store, and I'm also reading Skeleton Crew by Stephen King. So I'm reading 2 books at the same time right now. But yeah.
I stand by my nerd from earlier, just so you know.
I'm on Goodreads. If anyone's on Goodreads out there, go ahead and follow me. It's the same as my handle on Instagram. I wear human flesh. You can find me on there. You can also find our good pod fam on there. Mike Mazzante's on there, and so is Jermaine Schock. We're all buddies on there, so they're on Goodreads. If you want to know what any of us are reading, jump on over onto Goodreads, and we can have a little conversations and stuff. It's pretty cool. Suggest books for each other. I've gotten quite a few suggestions recently, so I actually bought another book. I wasn't supposed to. I have to work through 30 books before I'm supposed to buy another one, but it's an author that my brother and I both know released a new book, and he sent me a discount code, so I got it for $5. I'm not going to say no. But I have been watching stuff.
While reading at the same time, one eyeball focused on the book, one eye focused on the screen.
Yeah.
It's actually terrifying to look at.
It's called full stroke focus. That sounded like something else.
Yeah, it did.
I also just made that up off the top of my head. Congratulations.
You son of a bitch.
We went and saw Wolfman, which you've all seen already, that we went and saw Wolfman. Good movie. Enjoyed it. I saw Slay, which is on Tubi. Fucking awesome. Drag queens fighting vampires. That's all I'm going to tell you. Fucking watch it. It's amazing. I watched The Substance, which was bonkers. So goddamn good. I cannot wait to own it and watch it over and over again. I love body horror, and this is body horror to the max. So good. I watched Dark Harvest after reading the book, and the movie's a fucking piece of shit. Do not watch it unless you haven't read the book. Then go ahead and watch it. The first 5 minutes are great. There's amazing gore that doesn't exist in the book. The story is not what's in the book. It's a piece of shit movie, and it fucking sucks ass. Fucking bullshit movie. I gave it 1 star. It sucked ass. I was so pissed. The book is amazing. So now I understand why people are like, the book was better. Now I'm that guy.
Welcome to your spoiler review in 30 seconds. Our new segment right here, right now at Spoiler Sleepover.
I'll do that. Ooh, that's a new segment right there.
Son of a bitch.
30-second spoiler review. No, we're not doing
Keep
that.
yourself to that time limit, baby.
We should do that with new movies. That'd be really funny, though. So we saw Wolfman. What do you think? Noises, background, so good. Lots of scare. Thought something was behind me. Must go see in theaters. Big loudspeakers need to be happening. Enjoyable film. Go see. There we go. The Wolfman. Done. Imagine doing that as a live stream, though.
As a live stream? We're making up names.
I didn't even do that on purpose.
At the same point, however, I was about to, before you went on to Wolfman, I was going to say, can you stick to 30 seconds for a review? And then you went on to another review. So another 30 seconds. So we're over the 30 seconds. God damn it.
Ooh. How many movies can you review in 30 seconds?
Son of a bitch.
That would be the work right there.
You ever see the guy on social media who's like describing The Departed, and he's like, guy goes into Boston and fucking gets shot in the head. 5 stars.
5 stars. Yeah, I've seen that, dude.
Yeah, that's all I think about. 5 stars.
Welcome to Boston.
5 stars.
So I've also watched the remake of Street Trash, which was great.
Did you call me?
It's all practical. There's a fucking weird hallucinogenic puppet that, dude.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm signed on.
Have to see it. If you've never seen the original Street Trash, Jason.
Hi.
You got to watch the original first. It's awesome. I mean, it's just gooey melting bodies the entire movie. This one's the same, but this one was written and directed by the same guy that did Fried Berry. So if you liked Fried Berry, you're going to love this. It's so good. You also watched Black Cab, which was okay. The Strangers
Shut
Chapter
that down
1.
real quick.
Yeah, it was. It's the lady in the white dress.
Huh.
You know, you're driving down the road and you see a woman on the side of the road in a white dress. You pick her up or you don't pick her up. Either way, she's in the back of your car. That thing. It's that, but in the UK, and it was just, I don't know. The ending was dumb. That's what ruined it for me. I was there for it almost the entire time until the reveal happened and the ending. And I was like, this sucked. I only watched it because it's fucking Nick Frost. How do you say no to Nick Frost? You don't say no to Nick Frost. You watch Nick Frost do what he does. And he did a great job. It's not his fault the movie sucked. He killed it in this movie. Pun intended. He was great. The movie was bad. I watched The Strangers Chapter 1, which, I also watched Goosebumps The Vanishing in one sitting. The entire season in one sitting. So good. So fucking good. Better than season 1. Fuck all of you haters out there. So good.
I didn't know it came out in one go, which is making me want to watch it because honestly, I didn't like the look of the trailer because
me neither.
Like in the first one, I could at least recognize some of the Goosebumps properties. In the second one, it's like, it looks like something with David Schwimmer. It looks like a thriller with Schwimmer, but that makes me happy. So I can at least watch it and not just sit there and go, please get better. Please get better. I did that with Velma. I hated that experience.
That show sucked. I didn't even finish it all.
Dude, I was praying. I was holding on for so long, just being like, maybe, ooh, maybe. Also because Glenn Howerton voices Fred. So that was the only other reason I was there for Always Sunny Out There.
It's really good. I don't like Friends. I can't stand David Schwimmer's face or his voice. And so I wasn't going to watch it.
You were not excited about this. I remember the Creeping It Real for it was just like, who asked for this?
And it's true. But here's the thing. The main, other than David Schwimmer being in it, my big issue was the fact that season 1 was an episode a week.
Yeah.
And it was good. So I was looking forward to the next episode. With this one, it's just like, dude, I have to wait a week to watch Schwimmer mumble through his fucking lines like he's half stoned all the time. I don't think I can do that. And then the day before it dropped, they were like, oh, by the way, we're dropping the entire season in one go. And I was just like, well, this will make it way easier. That way I can get my feet underneath me. If it's good, I can get 2 episodes out of the way. And if it sucks, I'll just give up. Halfway through episode 1, I was like, fuck dude, what? This is awesome. So good. Okay. So, yeah. Good job, David Schwimmer. The final thing
the only time Rob will ever say that.
Seriously. The final thing I've been watching. So, you remember when I was telling you I've judged things too quickly? And so I've made an effort to work my way backwards. And I started watching the Conjuring movies over again, like actually watching all of them. I have watched every Conjuring universe movie that is currently out. All of them.
Your thoughts on some of them. Your thoughts on some of them make me angry.
Well, I'm so sorry that your taste is wrong, because the Nun movies are fucking awesome. And The Devil Made Me Do It kicks ass.
But The Devil Made Me Do It sucks ass, dude. No. We're going to go on about this at some point or another. We have to get Christine back for it, because we're getting Christine back on. But, dude, no. We've been waiting for that movie that one of us is a 10 and one of us is a 1. I don't even remember what your rating was for it, but mine is like, I'm pretty sure I gave it a 1 because we don't have a 0.
Yeah, I mean, Devil Made Me Do It. It would land at like a 7 or 8 for me. Not a single fucking Conjuring movie is ever going to get a 10 out of me. Unless for some reason, like, and guess what? We got Bruce Campbell to sign on. And I'm like, well, it's a 10, no matter how badly it sucks, because it's fucking Bruce Campbell. I'm like, this would be awesome.
That's an odd wrench, and I'm kind of here for it.
Could you imagine? That'd be so dope.
I'm trying to, but Patrick Wilson and just Bruce Campbell kind of clash for me almost.
That'd be so awesome. On that topic, I started watching Supernatural with my fiance. So we're
you hate to admit it.
We're on season 2.
Oh my god!
I have 12 more seasons to go. Or 13 more seasons. There are 15 seasons of that show.
I have no idea. I thought I was going to enjoy it. I watched maybe 20 minutes of the first episode and was so fucking bored.
Dude,
shut it down.
I'm telling you, I was the same way when it came out in 2005. I watched like the first episode. I was like, this sucks ass. And never went back to it. And then saw the fanfare was all these girls being like, oh, Jason's Quankles, whatever the dude's name is.
Don't talk about my Quankles.
Yeah. Whatever.
Jensen Ackles, motherfucker.
Jensen's Crackles. Yeah. Who cares?
You put some respect on Soldier Boy's name from The Boys.
No. What? He's also in a show called Tracker, where he's the main character's brother.
Oh, I was going to say.
Yeah, he's not in every episode. He's in like 3 or 4 episodes total of the 2 seasons that are out already. And the last episode of the last season, he shows back up again. And as he's leaving after he helped his brother, his brother's like, wow, that's a nice car. Where'd you get that one? He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. And the camera pans out and it's the car from fucking Supernatural. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, awesome. That's pretty cool. But yeah, honestly, the show's not great, but it is a lot of fun to make fun of. And so that's what's been keeping me going. That and the fact that my fiance loves the show. And it's funny for me because the writing is so overly predictable that within the first like 5 minutes of any episode, I'm like, oh, so this is what this is. And she just looks at me every time. She's like, how do you do that? And I'm like, it's child's play, man. Like, this is not it's not good writing. Like, it's easy to predict. I mean, I predicted, I think we were episode 4, season 1. I predicted the ending. I was like, oh, so this is going to happen. And she was like, what? No. And I'm like, yeah, that's your lying face. I was right. And then sure enough, the season ended, and I was like, yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what happened.
I told you.
So I'm having fun with it. The most fun I'm having with it is it's a show, at least the first 2 seasons so far, is wait a second, I know that person. Hold on, let me see. And I'm like IMDbing each episode to be like, holy shit, this is so-and-so. From this movie and this show and that show. 2 of the actors from Letterkenny are in season 1, or one of them's in season 1, one of them's in season 2, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? This is awesome. The best part so far, the count is still up. I haven't dug any farther, but just in season 1, more than half of the main cast for Freddy versus Jason is in the show, dude. They're dead serious. Dead serious. And I'm like, yo, I did the math. I'm like, there's 6 more actors. If they can get 6 more people, they will have every cast member from Freddy versus Jason will be on this show. I'm fingers crossed still. I'm like, I'm waiting. I'm like, dude, we're so close. So close. But yeah, I would never tell anyone to take the time to watch the show. But if you love horror, this is a really cool show because there are so many horror actors in it that it just blow your mind. There's people from X-Files show up, like actors from X-Files. The smoking man, cigarette guy, he's in an episode. Dude, it's bonkers. The show's fucking dope.
Dude, the theme song to X-Files used to scare me as a kid. I will not lie.
We've had this discussion.
I know we have, dude. I know we have. And we've talked about another episode possibly about that kind of thing.
Oh, I love the X-Files. Such a good show. But yeah, that is what's been keeping me very active for the past few months.
Yep.
Jason Michael, what has been keeping you up for 3 months straight?
Well, as I talked about at the end of our season 2, I was going to Canada and spent the break from a couple days after Christmas through the New Year, 2 weeks, and it was very, very nice. It was very, very cold. Every time I stepped outside, for the most part, my nose hairs and mustache froze up. But hey, overindulged on poutine, and my stomach let me know for quite a few days after I got back. Like, this is
what?
not poutine.
Yes,
yeah.
Poutine. I'll say it here on the episode again. Thank you so much. Jason Michael was so kind to go out of his way to bring me back the world's largest tin of Tim Hortons coffee, because
that was the only one they had.
Oh, it's so good, dude. I'm working my way through it. I got so much coffee for Christmas that I'm like, I drank Tim Hortons for 2 weeks straight, dude. 2 weeks straight. I was just a pig in shit. I was like, I miss it so much. It's such a delicious, good coffee. But you also went to Roots. Now, if you don't know Roots is like if LL Bean and Old Navy had a baby in the tundra. They make the most comfortable fucking clothing you'll ever wear in your life, and it lasts a lifetime. It's so good. And you got me the dopest pullover, dude. Anytime I wear it, people are like, that's a really nice shirt. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Damn right it is.
My brother from another mother got it for me from Canada, bitch. And they're like, what's Roots? And I was like, the best clothing company ever.
There's a beaver as a logo.
Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Like, it means so much. Every time I put that Roots pullover on, I just get all like giddy. And I'm like,
a little snuggly.
My mom saw it. My mom was just like, oh, that's nice. Where'd you get that? I was like, Jason Michael brought it back for me from Canada. And she was like, Grandpa would be proud of you. And I'm like, I know he would be. It's Roots. It's the best stuff ever. But the reason I bring this up is when you went to Tim Hortons, did you get anything? Did you get Timbits? Did you try a Donair? What'd you do? What'd you get?
So I had Timbits. There was a energy drink in a can that they can like combine with tea or something. I tried it on its own. Because everything was in French. Because we were in Montreal.
Yeah.
Dude, I felt like as soon as I drove over the border, I thought I was having a stroke. I was like, why can I not read any of these signs? What the fuck is... Oh, yeah, that's right. They speak French here. Dude, if people have been asking me, it's like, oh, did you learn any French while you were there? Yes, one phrase that I used over and over. Parlez-vous l'anglais? Do you speak English?
There you go.
And a lot of the times, no. You fucker. Yes, but it was like a quattro fromages little baked good in a Danish or something.
Yeah.
With cheese. And then there was a apple fritter.
Oh dude, their apple fritters are fucking dope, dude. Man, I miss fucking Tim Hortons. We used to have one in New Hampshire years and years and years ago. We had a Tim Hortons here, and then they just randomly closed one day and became a Honeydew. And it felt like it was overnight too. Like I didn't go to Tim Hortons for a few days, then I drove over to where it was, and I was like, "The fuck is this?" Like, where'd my Tim Hortons go? It was just a Honeydew there, and I was like, "Well, I've never had Honeydew. I might as well go in." So I got a Bear Claw and fucking black coffee, and I was like, "This is awful." I never went back again.
I forgot that was even a place.
Yeah,
dear God. But yeah, Canada was really nice. We went sledding again. Nose hairs froze up, mustache froze up. It was great. No moose. Still, I'm still pissed off about that.
No moose.
I moved up north to see a moose, not specifically for that reason, but hey. But in the contract of me moving up, I'm supposed to see a fucking moose living in New goddamn Hampshire. But no, I'm pissed. And I went to Canada and through Vermont and didn't see a moose. God. I will say, the drive back, however, leaving our Airbnb, we drove through like an hour of snow, like couldn't see more than 10 feet in front of us snow. And it was like, fuck, okay. And then on my 4-hour drive back, it got pitch black. And as soon as I crossed the border into Vermont, the snow started again, and it looked like I was driving through hyperspeed in the Millennium Falcon. So I'm sitting here going, I didn't see a moose this entire trip. Now is not the time I want to see a goddamn moose. It would be great if I saw one, just not fucking now.
Not right now.
Oh my God. Yeah, but it was definitely a white knuckle 2.5 hours getting through Vermont, where I was like, I don't care how long it fucking takes me, I'm getting home tonight. I saw cars in ditches 20 feet off the side of the highway down in a hole. And it's like, I don't care how long it fucking takes me, I'm getting home. And I did.
Yeah. Good.
So, yeah. So that was one major thing, and everything I've been watching and playing. More BO6 Zombies. The newest map, The Tomb, just came out recently, and I love it. It's very mummy zombie horror, and like I love that whole feel. It's very ambient, if you will. Like the atmosphere is fantastic in the map. The sound design is great. If you look off in the distance, it's just like, what the fuck is out there? Yeah, Black Ops 6 Zombies, while still fun, I want more new stuff and not just like, hey, remember that boss zombie from the first map? Well, here he is in the third and the fourth map. It's like, oh, great.
No bueno.
But yeah, but I still play it. I still enjoy it. As for watching things, I went through the entirety of Atlanta. Donald Glover, love Childish Gambino, as you've heard ad nauseum. Rob and I talked offline about it, but definitely along the lines of, it's a show where you watch and you go, okay, There's a lot of times where you just don't know what happened in the episode, especially how you described the finale. All I know is at the end, I was like, dude, I fucking love Darius.
Yeah. Darius is the shit. Dude, my favorite episode is when it's not my favorite episode necessarily. It's one of the most ridiculous ones, is when they want those new shoes.
Oh my God.
They find out a dude
to have to kiss each other.
Guy's selling out of the van. He's like, how much? And he's like, I just want to watch you guys kiss each other. They're like, what? What are you going to do while we're doing this? Like, nothing. I just want to see you guys kiss each other. And they have this back and forth for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, they do.
So good. He's like,
oh my God.
It's my dignity, man. I'm not going to kiss for a pair of shoes. And he's like, people are selling these for $2,000. This dude's asking for us to kiss. We have to use tongue? Yeah. Fuck, dude. It's so random.
I think my two favorite scenes, well, three, because I'll give the entirety of, I can't remember the actor's name, but whoever plays Paperboy. He's in the Godzilla X Kong movies, and it's also very different.
Brian Tyree Henry.
Nice. Yeah. He's very different from those movies, and it's like going from him talking about monsters and kind of censored to this and just going, oh, fuck me. Okay. All right. It's really funny to see actors in their range sometimes. So he's great. But like his solo times in the episodes, like when he got jumped while walking away, and that was actually dedicated because he just lost his mom.
Yeah.
And then the like second to last episode on the farm, that whole performance, it was like, holy fucking shit, dude. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. But when Ern fights Terry, I think it is. I think his name is Terry. The like one really annoying dude that just shows up at random points in time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and he just fights him on the side of the road and he just gets his ass kicked and he's like, get in the car. Just get in the fucking car. And then the last one would definitely be it gave me goosebumps, the scene, the gun at the airport.
Yeah.
Dude, that performance, the cut of entire sound, it made you go, oh fuck. Because as soon as he looked down at the backpack, I went, oh, the gun, and just everything felt, oh shit, man.
Yeah.
That was such a tremendous scene.
Holy shit. So good. If you haven't seen Atlanta, it's done, but it's all out now. It's on Hulu. You can watch it. I was watching it from day one. Like the first day the first episode came out, I watched all of it as it was released, and I love the show. That's fantastic. Yeah. It's really good.
It is a tremendous show. I've also been, because since it came out on digital and home release, I've been watching Terrifier 3 a lot because I enjoyed it. I love a good Terrifier, and plus it's just been winter, so it fits, especially watching it around Christmas. I know I said it in the episode with Dead Body Bathtub that this is a movie I feel like I could watch at any point in time in the year, but it also feels like a genuine Christmas movie. So watching it around Christmas time was like, this feels nice. It's very deranged, but it feels nice.
Yeah.
But I went back and I watched the first two as well, and it's literally just the same style of like brutality, but just polished. Like, we got a fancier camera, we got a little bit of a bigger budget, which I'm okay with. But like in Terrifier 1, I'm afraid of Art.
Yeah.
He's just slinking around. It's grimy, it's dirty, and it's just this clown sneaking around in a warehouse where there's 4 people that are alive. And it's like, oh fuck, I get this feeling of desolation, and it's like, oh, where the next two being out and about in public, I don't really have that feeling anymore. But I still love them all. They are tremendous.
For sure.
And then the last thing, the big thing that I'm on right now is I'm watching through the entirety of the MCU. I am on currently Ant-Man and the Wasp, the first one. Okay. So just after Infinity War. So at the end of this one is when they dust because of Thanos.
I'm gonna dust.
Ooh. I will say there's been some movies on this rewatch that I have not seen since they have come out. Like Thor 2 Dark World. I'll come back to that in a second. Iron Man 2 and Mickey Rourke in it. Iron Man 3.
Iron Man's fucking fantastic. That
100%.
I will stand by this. Okay. You can say it because I know you're going to.
Mm-hmm.
As an avid, since I was a child, comic book reader.
Nerd!
Yeah, there it is. And only being
I got some
disappointed time after time after time after time with comic book adaptation movies. When I found out when they had announced they were going to do a Marvel universe of movies, I was like, oh, this will be great. When Iron Man came out, I was like, this is it. This is the comic book. It's perfect. Like, this is going to be great. Then they did The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this is it. They're doing the comic books. And then I don't know where the fuck things went south. Iron Man 2, it had to have been, because that movie sucks ass.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke isn't great.
No, in general, but like weird casting. The story's way the fuck off, and then they just went and ran in a completely wildly different direction with every single other fucking movie. It's so wildly off course.
I think Terrence Howard might have gotten some plastic surgery done. He looks entirely different as Rhodey. It's weird.
Yeah, right. That was such a bummer too. I mean, contracting issues. That was another huge thing with the MCU. Edward Norton had written the follow-up script for the next Incredible Hulk movie, and that was
we
part
haven't
of his
seen.
And we'll never see. That was part of his contract signing on to play Bruce Banner. Was, I will do this movie as long as you buy my script and I get to do the second movie. They said yes. And then they bought him out of his contract and were like, we're not doing your script. This is why it's disappointing. Edward Norton
was tremendous.
Not just that, he is a huge comic book fan. Still reads.
Yeah.
He collects everything. It's like, it would be as if Stan Lee himself walked on and said, I want to write a script to one of my own properties. And Marvel was like, or fucking Disney was like, go fuck yourself, Stan Lee. No.
Bob Iger, you bitch.
It's the equivalent of just spitting in the face of somebody who's perfect for this. And
yeah,
Edward Norton's script is out there. You can read it. You can download it and read it. It's out there. It's fucking amazing.
Oh shit. Okay.
We'll never see it. And that
we probably would have gotten the leader a lot earlier than we would
have gotten something really, really fucking cool.
What is it? 16 years? No. 2008, 2009 was Incredible Hulk, maybe. So 16 years later, we finally get the payoff of the leader from the end of Incredible Hulk in Brave New World. So I'm excited for that because it's getting back to rooted in reality. Like, I love me a good multiverse. No Way Home, fantastic fucking movie, beautiful movie.
Oh yeah,
Deadpool,
the Spider-Man movies, the new ones are great.
Oh my god, yeah. So like, I love me a good multiverse, but I just don't like getting beaten to death with it. The
Right.
Doctor Strange 2, fuck everybody who says that movie sucks. That
Beautiful
Sam
movie.
Raimi joint right
So
there
good. It's a horror
is
movie.
tremendous. Dude, when she fucking claws her way out of the mirror dimension and like snaps backwards, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Dude, I loved it.
Zombie
Everyone
Strange.
is wrong. Dude, the soul
So good.
cape.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck.
dude, Sam Raimi had such a field day with that. Also, for everyone wondering at home, again, this has been 3 months of
Yeah.
us not talking and like completely going off on anything. And yes, it is still the first segment. Don't worry. We have more to come right after this. Spoiler Sleepover is sponsored by Gore Clown Shop.
Do you love all things horror? Books? Movies? Podcasts? Of course you do. Well, come on down to goreclown.com.
Original artwork by an indie horror fan for indie horror fans.
Use code SLEEPOVER at checkout to save 15% on your whole purchase.
Oh, and did we mention? Gore Clown is the only place to get official Spoiler Sleepover merch.
So don't forget to use Sleepover to save 15%.
Stay indie, suckers. As we were saying, that is what's been keeping us up at night for the past couple months. Please
Yes.
let us know what you've been up to, what you've been watching. What's your opinion on some of the MCU movies? Thor 2, a highly underrated masterpiece.
Yes.
The human parts, meh. The Dark Elves look like fucking Dollface from Twisted Metal Black, and they're not that great, but it's a beautiful movie. The space scenes, the funeral, tremendous.
Yeah.
So people are wrong about that movie.
The Thor
The
movies
other
are
ones-
awesome.
Yeah. But that's what's been keeping us up at night. Let us know what's been keeping you up at night. And we have a festering, gnarled, curly little squiggly thing that's been hanging out in our ear for the past couple months. It's an earworm, and I think it's dead at this point.
Yeah.
Rob,
Yeah.
can you pull it out, please?
Yep.
Thank you.
There we go.
I knew you could do the sound effect.
It has been removed. So, Jason Michael, what have you been listening to? What has been your earworms? Singular?
Well,
Multiple?
it's been an interesting combination of things. I've been playing a bit more drums recently, but not like fully diving out of my comfort zone and wheelhouse. A lot of replaying of Hail to the King by Avenged Sevenfold, Spillways by Ghost, Lithonia by Childish Gambino. Playing a bit more CKY. Playing an acoustic Trivium song because I cannot do what Paul or Matt or Alex do. My feet don't move that quick.
Yeah. Yet. Goals,
one
dude.
day.
Goals.
So yeah, a lot of music that I've been making my own parts to as well. A Johnny Cash song, so that's been fun.
Oh, nice.
The most recent single to come out for Whitechapel's new album, Hymns in Dissonance, titled the same exact song, is a beautiful mixture of just different vocals, the deep growly and then the high pitch, like, and there's a part where I thought he was singing in Latin at first, but he's singing backwards. And it's like, oh shit, we're summoning fucking Satan right now. I love it.
Yeah.
My brother was saying that it's a very, there's a part where it just kicks into punk and it's like, holy shit, it does. But Visceral Wretch and Hymns and Dissonance, the two singles that have coming out for the new album, which I believe comes out in March. So this month, get ready for that if you listen to Whitechapel. And if you don't, go listen to Whitechapel.
Seriously.
The last thing that I've been listening to is a playlist. It's called Seth Rogen's House Plant Vinyl LP Collection. It's basically just like a bunch of... I know.
What?
It's a bunch of like groovy, chill, jammy kind of songs that you could just like clean the house to. You can just sit around and do nothing to, and just make food to. Like I was making my chili for a cook-off with two of my coworkers, one of them being Christine, who we talked about the Conjuring movies in February with friends. And I was making a chili, listening to that playlist, and I was just like, ooh, shit, like jamming out to the whole thing. That chili actually comes from a horror cookbook I got from my brother from Christmas called Death for Dinner, and it's horror movie type recipes. There was only one chili, and I'd never made a chili before, and it's called Chili Necronomicon Carne.
Fuck yes, dude.
And
Best
it was
name ever.
And it was for the most part, there are some meat recipes, but most of the recipes in this book are plant-based. Like that chili recipe is plant-based. I added beef, but it is
so
plant-based.
Fucking amped. I need to find this or steal yours or borrow it or whatever. That's awesome. I mean, I'm a goddamn chef.
Yep.
But I'm always open and interested to trying other people's recipes. Like I've been learning just last year, I've been learning a bunch about mushroom cooking because my whole life I've been allergic to mushrooms. I got sober, found out I have stomach issues. I'm allergic to fucking meat. I'm allergic to dairy. I'm allergic to fucking everything.
You poor soul.
And accidentally, I'm pretty sure I've brought this up before, but I accidentally ate something like my second year of sobriety that had mushrooms in it. And I had no idea until I was like halfway done. And I was like, oh no. And I lived alone at the time. So I texted my mom and I was like, Mom, I just ate something that had mushrooms in it. And she was like, go to the hospital. It's like, I don't know. I'm just going to
Why
wait.
are you home?
And she was like, how didn't you taste it? And I was like, I don't know. I think maybe because I had at that point had only had mushrooms once in my life, and it was cream of mushroom. You can't really fucking taste it.
So I didn't taste the cream.
Right. And I didn't know what mushrooms tasted like, and nothing happened. And that excited me because there's so much protein and like vitamins in mushrooms that at that point, not a whole lot of vegan products had. Now, like every vegan product on the market is caked with just healthy stuff.
Huh.
But over the past year, I've been, I put mushrooms in like stir fries and stuff like that, but I've been learning different ways of doing it. And I just love mushrooms, man. It's fucking delicious. They're so good for you.
Sick.
Good for your memory. Lion's mane.
Now that I know that.
You should eat some lion's mane. If you remember to eat lion's mane, it'll help you with your memory.
But yes, that's what I've been listening to for the past couple of months. Rob, your turn.
Yeah, I discovered a band new to me, as I like to say. They've been around for a little while, not too long, but I discovered a black metal / death metal band called Voluntary Mortification.
What'd you call me?
You heard me. You have to check these dudes out. Specifically one song called Democratic Society. About like 47 seconds into the song, I don't know if this is two vocalists or just one, because there's like the deep gutturals and then like the black metal like screechy vocals.
I mean, that's what Phil is doing on the new Whitechapel album. Just saying.
I love it. I'm here for it. But he does this thing I've never heard ever in my life. But he just like, when I heard it, it was like, I was like, whoa. What the fuck was that? And I was driving and
it was cold.
I started laughing and it distracted me from the middle of the song. And I was like, all right, I feel like I just missed that whole song because of that one thing. And then he does it again at the end of the song. I was like, what is this? What is happening right now? This is fucking fantastic.
Is that like your first experience hearing Jonathan Davis go?
Very different. I was in middle school when the first Korn album came out. And when I first heard him do that, there were stirrings inside me that I was like, what is happening? This is so good. This was more like, I don't know. But yeah,
Rob's addicted to Korn.
I love Korn, dude. Chachi knows that. Chachi and I went to Burbank to Corn Row. They have a street
Hell yeah.
named after them. There's photos.
Hell yeah.
If you guys go to my social, if you go to my Instagram, you can see photos of Chachi and I at Corn Row.
Rattin' Dootin' Dattin'.
Yeah, I love corn. But these guys are, I can't tell if they're serious. Every title of their songs, all of their lyrics are like so on the nose. And
It felt like such a knockdown of their entire work. I can't tell if you're serious or not.
and that's okay. Like if they are doing, this is what I've taken away from it. The lower gutturals remind me of Nathan Explosion.
Sick.
A lot of the songs remind me of Death Clock. Like they have that like chug 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 chuggy sounds to it, and it's it's hard not to listen to. Honestly, like they're really good. But yeah, I just discovered them. They're new to me. Other than that, let's just go down the line real quick. I've been, as previously mentioned, I've been listening to a lot of Noise. So Father 2006, absolutely love them. That dude, shout out to Auto Glass, another Noise artist from Maine. So our neighbors right next door. He's amazing. I actually have one of his albums on cassette. He makes all of them himself. So he paints the cassette. He does the art. He signed it. He numbered it. I have one of his. I really enjoy what he does. He's a bit of an inspiration to what I'm doing too, which is huge. I appreciate him as an artist. I've been listening to Ecology Homestones. They are out there. I highly suggest, whether you enjoy Noise or not, at least go find Ecology Homestones on Instagram and go watch their reels, because they do like prosthetic animatronics. So they look like it's body horror, but with like music behind it. It's really interesting. I really enjoy them. Paleface Swiss put out a new album. It's okay.
Man, you gushed about them a few months ago.
Well, I still love them. This album is just strange. I feel like I've listened to it like 6 times now. It's each song seems like a dedication to a different band from the late 90s to the, mid 2000s. There are very clear influences from Korn, Limp Bizkit. He raps in a song, which he's never done before.
Sucks.
Slipknot. Like there's a lot of influence from the new metal era in the album, and it's not necessarily them. So it's I don't know. It's taking me a while. I think I'll grow to love the album in time, but it's just tough because it's not the Paleface I'm used to. I've been listening to Hella, they are an awesome band. Definitely check out Hella. Merzbow, already mentioned that. Chelsea Grin, like a motherfucker, dude. I've been listening to Chelsea Grin like goddamn fucking crazy recently. I absolutely love them. And dove into some new wave, back into some new wave. I've been rocking Kraftwerk a whole bunch. Absolutely love those dudes. And listening to Mulcha Doma, I believe is how it's pronounced. Simply because we're going to go see them soon here after this. It's going to be really cool to go to a new wave synth goth concert. I haven't been to one in a very long time. Other than that, I mean,
it's like the Blood Raven Blade.
Yeah, I mean, I'm discovering new music almost on the regular. My brother sends me suggestions constantly for stuff. One of his favorite Japanese bands, Deviluf, just released their first single for their upcoming album, and it is brutal. I will send it to you after the recording. You have to watch the music video. It is knucking futz. Dude cuts his fucking throat. There's no music. It's just randomly in the middle of the song, everything drops out. He's staring directly into the camera, and he just drags a samurai sword across his neck. And then all of a sudden, the music just drops in and scared the piss out of me. Because I was like, the music video is over. It's like, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. I didn't see that coming.
Jump scare.
But yeah, I mean, those have been my earworms, other than listening to my own music, which... we'll see. Maybe I'll send a track to Jason Michael after this recording, and you guys will get a little taste of one of my songs at the end of the episode. We'll see.
Tasty.
But those are our earworms. So please tell us what you think about the new Papa or Madre, whatever we're getting for Ghost. Let us know what you've been listening to. Let us know if you're into new wave. Let me know if you're into noise. Please let me know if you're into any noise artists. I'm always looking for new ones. If you are interested in listening to what I have out, if noise makes you feel happy in your brain, like it does for me, let me know. But yeah.
But we have one final thing to end on, and that is something that we like to call Creeping It Real. Now, the reason I'm not doing that is because Rob's got a little something special for us. Creeping It Real! And I like it.
I hope you enjoyed that. And that's a little showcase of my vocal skills. We've recorded a few. We'll see if that one's the one we use forever, or if we'll just rotate them out from time to time.
Yeah. Cycle them in. Which one are you going to get? This?
Yeah.
You going to get that?
Oh, actually, you can just let us know. We'll do all of them throughout these episodes.
All on top of each other at the same time?
No, fuck no. Wait.
See?
Actually, that might sound kind of cool. Well, I'll have to piece something together. We'll see. So I'm gonna keep the Creeping It Real, real simple. There's been 1,500 things that have been announced in these months, but in my opinion, there's only one that deserves to be the last thing we talk about for our episode 0, and that is the fact that they have announced the new Final Destination movie, Bloodlines. Yes, Bloodlines. Just like all the other movies with the tagline Bloodlines, Hellraiser, and fucking Pet Cemetery, all of those things. This is exciting. I'm very amped for this. I cannot wait to see the inventive ways they decide to kill people this time. If you've seen the teaser trailer, it's interesting. It's cool, but I don't think it's actually something that's going to quote unquote happen. I think that's part of a visual. From the snippet, we see the cell phone photo of the guy that this is all happening to, and Devon Sawa is in that, so I'm pretty sure that that's his son. I'm fucking hoping that Devon Sawa is having visions again, but now all he's seeing is horrendous things happening to all of the offspring of previous survivors. And no, not the shitty band Offspring, that annoying ass vocals. Daddy, I want to have a band. That's what the Offspring is. Did you know that? That's literally what the lead singer, his dad was a record label rep. And he was just like, me and my friends want to start a band. And then he hired a bunch of people to train him and his friends how to play instruments, and then gave them a record deal. Fuck the Offspring. His annoying ass voice. I'm sorry. Tangents. Fuck the Foo Fighters while we're at it.
Don't ruin the Offspring for me.
It's
God
right there.
Damn you.
The information's been out there for fucking decades, dude.
And I haven't looked at it. Jesus Christ. I'm just interested to see what the opening premonition's gonna be.
Yeah.
So we had the airport, we had the log truck, which I saw one on the highway the other day, and I was like, I need to get right past this. Fucking fucked with an entire generation.
Yeah.
The roller coaster, the NASCAR track, which was hilarious, and then the highly forgettable bridge.
Yeah, seriously. I need to go back.
That was the
and rewatch.
3D one, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
No. The NASCAR one was 3D because you remember the tire skidding off that dude's face. I fucking love that scene. That is so brutal.
The only other scene I kind of equate that to is when the guy falls off the back of the Titanic and hits the propeller.
So I've never seen Titanic.
I mean, okay, that's fine.
Is it brutal?
I don't think I've seen the entirety of it either. It was one of those movies that was like occasionally on TV. You know what? A good boat movie that was always on TV and we would always catch? Ghost Ship.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
The
opening sequence is the shit.
But yeah, so basically good. Everyone's, going to the stern of the boat, if you will, and a dude tries standing up and then slips and falls and then he propellers himself off the propeller. And every time my brother and I watch it, we laugh. It's just so funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So at least for me, when it comes down to this new movie, I'm just going to cross my fingers. I'm not going to get too upset about this just because of what I'm going to say after this. I'm hoping that this isn't like a hey, we're the survivors. We found each other in a chat room somewhere, and we've decided to all be in the same area, and our kids have grown up together. And then, oh no, now this is well, yeah, you guys fucking made it easy for death to find you if you decided to start a commune over fucking survivors. I just hope it's not something like that. I think it would be a lot more interesting if like multiple people had, like, each of the offspring of the survivors had visions of other people's deaths. So each person had a vision of a death of a completely different person that they've never met before, but somehow, like Devon Sawa's character, Alex, his name's Alex. Alex has been keeping tabs on all of these people who have survived. Like, he's like become like this fucking conspiracy theorist. He has like a wall with yarn sort of thing.
I'm gonna need to go back and rewatch them because like I think I've only seen the third one and the second one maybe at least twice. Every other one I've only seen once.
Yeah, the bridge one, I've only seen the once. So
I saw that in theaters. I remember that.
Yeah, but the reason I'm gonna keep my bitching and complaining and griping about the potential shit fest that this movie could be is because we were given the details that yes, Tony Todd will make an appearance in this movie. It was actually the last thing that he shot before he passed. It will be the last movie that we will ever see him in a new role, quote unquote new role, reprising a role, ever again. So there's a bit of joy and bittersweet sadness. Honestly, it can't be Final Destination proper without Tony
Todd.
So I think it's amazing that we get him. I think it's even more amazing that he signed on for another one. It just shows how awesome he was as a human and how dedicated he was to us, the horror community, to make sure that we were getting what we wanted. I applaud him. I mean, he's missed greatly. I mean, we would, there are bits and pieces of horror that just would not exist if it weren't for Tony Todd and what he's done for horror in general, from Candyman to Hatchet, Final Destination, all of those things. Just Tony Todd he was so amazing. So yeah, a bit of a somber way to end this, but we do have something to follow it up with that's a little bit more upbeat. But let us know what you feel, how you're feeling about Final Destination Bloodlines. If you weren't feeling great about it and then you heard that Tony Todd will be appearing in it and you're signed on now, let us know as well, because
you're welcome.
Yeah, I was initially I'll wait till it's out streaming and then Tony Todd's last role. This will get my money in theaters. I will be going to see it in theaters. There's no doubt about it. To see Tony on the big screen one last time, absolutely, 100%. I will be seeing it in theaters. Yeah.
Now, as for this final happy, lighthearted thing, it depends on who you are, and it's not us, because we're about to dive into the nitty-gritty of what is about to happen for Season 3, the season of suffering. We have handpicked a selection of movies, exactly 40 movies total, 20 each, of just some movies that we haven't seen that look real bad, or just some movies that we just think the other person's gonna hate. And there's some scary shit on this list, dude.
Yeah, there are some on my list that I haven't seen that you also haven't seen, and just in title alone, you hate me.
Yeah.
Sharks of the Corn.
At least we have a shark movie on there. That's
we've got
all
more
that
than
counts.
One.
I know, and I don't want to think about it. But here we are at the end of this episode 0, ready to talk about Season 3. You hear the wonderful rattling, jostling sound of Rob's 20-sided die in his hand, and he's got not one, not two, but 2 20-sided die. One is orange and one belongs to Rob. The other is a purpley, like sparkly space green looking one. Looks like Earth AD almost. Or like, the purple and the orange, the Spyro colors. Hell yeah. Earth AD, that's for you, Doug. Anyway, we will be rolling those 20-sided die. The orange one is Rob's. The purple one is mine. whichever of us roll the higher number will be going first with our movie selection for season 3, the season of suffering. Robert,
are you ready?
I'm ready for that dice rolling ASMR, baby.
All right, I'm going to roll you first with this beautiful galaxy die, and you got a 13.
13.
Now for my orange, and suck a dick, 16.
Ah,
I get the pleasure or displeasure.
I was gonna say I don't know who's winning in this situation.
Neither of us. To go
the
first.
Audience.
So I am now going to roll my die again. Whatever number this lands on is the movie that we'll be doing. So we have numbered all of our movies from 1 to 20.
Uh-oh.
And whichever number we get is the movie we do. So hold on to your butt cheeks. Here we go. And that is 10.
Uh-oh.
Which happens to be Outback from 2019. You can watch Outback on Tubi, Prime, and Peacock. You can also rent it if you so dare to to waste your money on this. Oh no, it's not on Peacock. I apologize. I take that back. It is no longer on Peacock. It is only on Tubi for free. Plex, if you use Plex. I don't think anyone uses Plex. And then Prime.
Never heard of it.
It's basically Tubi, just shittier. But yeah, so
not Tubi.
Yeah, not Tubi. So good.
You're welcome.
So Outback 2019. Now we will be announcing these at the end of every week, so that way you can go ahead and watch the movie yourself, make your own opinion, shoot us a message. If you don't want to message us on any of the social media platforms, you can go ahead and email us at spoilersleepover@gmail.com. We will look at them that way. Now, I know for a fact that we have a few people who have not messaged us on our socials because they don't think we're going to see them. We see them. I live on Instagram. I am constantly checking. I love it. That's why I post questions in our stories. I interact. We are building this community. You guys are our suckers. This is your podcast. Tell us we're wrong. Tell us we're right. Tell us what you want to talk about.
There will also be some stuff that will fight you on.
Oh, 100%.
We're not always wrong.
We fight each other all the time on shit. This is
The Devil Made Me Do It,
which is a great movie. So is The
You're
Nun.
full of shit.
Nope.
You suck an anus, all right?
I spent money on The Nun Toonie Terror. It has been added to the collection. That's how much I liked the Nun movies. Yep.
Dude, if I introduced you to like last season, beginning of last season or end of season 1 Rob, you'd hate each other.
I'd kick him in the dick.
He'd kick you in the dick for saying that The Conjuring's good.
Dude, we kick each other in the dick. It'd be hilarious.
At the same time, and then you become best friends.
And then he'd be looking at me and be like, wow, your nostril piercings look really cool. I'd be like, thanks, man. I know I'm old, but who gives a shit? Put more holes in your face. Live more. Anywho, so This is officially the season of suffering.
I'm worried.
Join us next week as we suffer together.
I don't wanna.
Yeah. And trust me, I have a real good feeling this won't be that bad in comparison to other things we're going to watch. This is a soft intro, I feel like. This is a soft one. We're going to do our normal 1 to 10 rating of the movie, but we're also going to take a little bit of influence from our friends over at Dead Body Bathtub. And we're going to find a new way. Does this belong in the dungeon, or do we release it? Does it continue to suffer, or does it get set free? Ooh, I like that. Yeah? We'll find out. Give us your suggestions. What should we call it? What should we do?
Before we end it and wrap it up and then get ready to start suffering with Outback, thank you very much, everyone, for listening. Thank you very much for everyone who's been interacting on the socials for the past 3 months. Lots of people talking and telling us some of the worst movies, some of the differing opinions that have been had. Definitely Killer Clowns from Outer Space was an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
But we're not going into that.
You're wrong.
Yep. We're not going into that. Instead, definitely hit us up. Let us know the worst movies that you've seen. We definitely want to know. And it's definitely going to be part of season 3, the season of suffering. I'm very happy that there's also some other stuff that will not be so much suffering. We'll see. We'll see. There's only one way to find out, and that's to stick around to Spoiler Sleepover. And you know what you can do while listening to Spoiler Sleepover? You can go over to goreclown.com and check out Seamus Belial's artwork, Seamus Belial's wonderful, wonderful merch, not only their own, but also the official Spoiler Sleepover merch at goreclown.com, and use the code SLEEPOVER at checkout for 15% off your purchase of any Spoiler Sleepover goods. We've got a trucker hat, beanies, hoodies, shirts, some other stuff in development that I can't entirely say. Haha, you thought I'd spoil it.
Hey.
Wrong. It may be called Spoiler Sleepover, but we don't spoil everything. So, until next week in episode 1, Rob, thank you very much. I'm very happy to be back. And
Me too.
Still worried, but very happy and worried at the same time.
It's going to be so much fun.
I don't know if great and so much fun are the words, but we'll see what happens. So, until next week, sleep tight, suckers. I'm scared.
Yeah, you should be. Bitch.
Oh.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Spoiler Sleepover, but the fun won't stop there. Go follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, and if you have any episode ideas, please send them our way at spoilersleepover@gmail.com. That'd be really fantastic of you. So, until next week, sleep tight, suckers!
Spoiler Sleepover is sponsored by Gore Clown Shop.
Do you love all things horror? Books? Movies? Podcasts? Of course you do. Well, come on down to goreclown.com.
Original artwork by an indie horror fan for indie horror fans.
Use code SLEEPOVER at checkout to save 15% on your whole purchase.
Oh, and did we mention? Gore Clown is the only place to get official Spoiler Sleepover merch.
So don't forget to use Sleepover to save 15%.
Stay indie, suckers.